this will show me also live or I'm
Yeah,
live?
we are live now. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our series on, Women Empower Women series that we are conducting. And today we thought, we've been doing lives just online, but today we thought, why not get together and do the live together? And welcome, Chetna.
Thank you.
Chetna is the assistant professor at PES University. And before that, she's been also worked in the banking sector for quite some time. And today, we've chosen the topic on gender discrimination. So I'm sure a lot of women, have faced gender discrimination at some level or the other. So Chetna, welcome once again.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be on this platform.
Before we begin today's discussion, wanted to know, why did we pick this topic?
Okay, Divya, thanks again. But I would like to just start with a disclaimer that this topic is not to spark any unhealthy discussion or any debate. It's just for awareness of women.
Absolutely.
That they are being discriminated. Now see, it's like we are in 2020 and still we have to talk about gender discrimination. This itself shows how important and sensitive this topic is. And I mean, especially about this topic, that women need to understand that there is gender discrimination happening in the organizations or in the society, which is real.
Yeah.
And then you need to just fight against it and eliminate it. So this session, I mean, mostly we'll be focusing only to make the women aware that what are their rights, I mean, what they can do, and what not. Just to give some positivity, some change in the mindset of the women as well as the society on the whole.
Fair point. So today, let's start with understanding what are the right now what are women really facing when it comes to workplace. What are the kind of experiences women are going through at various stages, right? Because you kind of enter the industry at say an age of 23 or 24, and you want to pursue a career, and then there are various life stages. How do they kind of react to these stages? What are the kind of difficulties that they are facing now?
Now, Divya, I would just like to start by making people understand that what kind of discriminations are there. Then we move on to the life. Life stages and all.
Yeah.
Now, see, first and foremost, all the companies have been talking about that they have policies against gender discrimination and all those things. But then still we see there's lots. See, to name a few, it's pay discrimination, it's pregnancy discrimination, it's even equal opportunities discrimination, right? So there are a few things which are there. I mean, quite some time I've been researching on this, and I've read a lot, and you can see some papers also in my hand. So that's there. So now see what happens is that now, as you said, the life cycle stage. So first, discrimination what? Say I get based on my skills, and there's one term, Divya, you would know, that's KSA, that is knowledge, skill and abilities.
Yeah.
So based on the KSAs, we do not actually get the equal opportunities in all the sectors.
Right.
Like there has been a frame of mind that there are some gender specific roles,
Right.
not that performance based roles.
Right.
So say for example, women start at the age of, men and women both start at the age of 22 or 24, we take that. And that time their salaries might be quite equal. I'll not say equal because there's a pay disparity, right? So, but then say then they have to take a marriage break. So, and then it's a child break. So, I mean maternity break to be precise enough. And how many women actually continue after that maternity break is something to watch out and something to work on for. Now, just let me tell you and explain it to you in simple ways. Like say, men and women, they start working at the same time, and then, like say at the age of 22, it's they've started, and by the age of 25, 26, the society starts putting pressure that you need to get married and all those things.
Yeah.
So then the marriage happens, and then most of the cases you would have seen that there's a girl, the girl has to relocate.
Yeah.
Yeah. and then
They have to leave the family.
yeah, they have
and
to leave
then
the family,
pursue the career.
yeah, and they have to. If I take my example, I had to quit my job and then take a break of few months. So the company still runs, right? Company is not at
Wait.
halt. So say by the time you rejoin, it's already 6 months or 1 year back. So you lose that. So you lose
Right.
that pay thing. So by the time the men, they're still continuing. Again comes the maternity thing. That time, say, it's more of this caregiving kind of attitude which the women have. And then what happens, say you've taken 1 year break, 2 years break, and then what happens in maximum cases, the work is going on. I mean, the organizations are just going on, they're not waiting for you. So what happens, most of the women think that they are way behind in the workforce. So if rather than rejoining, you would have heard this normal, say reaction from women, like say now if I apply, I will not get the same job which I was working 2 years back or 4 years back.
Right.
So they just that corporate ladder, that invisible ladder, they just keep slipping, and this is how they've been. It's all around the life cycle which you said. If I've missed any point, then just
Also, when it comes to the employer, okay, what kind of biases or what kind of things do they look at when it comes to women, and may do gender discrimination? What are these kind of instances, if you can highlight a few instances?
yeah, why not? And there are many. All of us might have faced, unfortunately, be a sugarcoating, but we would have faced that questions, unwanted questions.
Are you able to hear us? If yes, please share a thumbs up. Shantini, thank you for the comment. Just let me know if you are able to hear us. We are speaking quite loud, so I'm not sure if, Surbhi, if you are there, can you just share if it's audible? Also, would request everyone who has questions for Chetna today on gender discrimination, please leave them in the comments and we'll take it as it comes. Okay. Yeah, continue. Yes, audible. All right, thank you. Okay. Tanya, thank you, Tanya. I'm just bringing the phone nearer to Chetna. Yeah. So we can start, we can talk about, the kind of instances.
See, first let me just give general things for that. Say outright refusal based on the gender discrimination. Like there are certain fields or sectors where it is assumed that women cannot work. Say one defense is one of the sector which you can say where it was for a long period of time, it was like it was gender defined roles, and women were thought no, they cannot fly planes. The thought process behind is that they think that women are more emotional and they take that decisions based on their emotions, right? Which I would like to disagree. It's not that. Yes, we might be more sensitive, but then it's all about balancing our emotions. Yeah? So it's it's on the performance and the mental capability which say sectors should define. But yes, the companies definitely have this in mind that women are more emotional and they end up taking decisions based on their emotions. Now, yes, now I'll tell you my own experience which I've had. Say I got married and then I had to relocate and I was just looking for a job. And the question which was sugar-coated and asked that you've got married, and so we look for a longer duration of association in the organization. So precisely they were asking me when am I planning my child. So that's little
and that's a personal question that people may not be wanting to disclose. Also, it's their choice.
Yeah. And see, I believe, there are, pros, cons of every gender, what it is there. but being a person, you'll have some ethics in you, right?
Right.
So if you know that you're not able to continue, nobody wants a black mark on their CV, right? And also on their career. So if they know that, they're planning something or some other plans in their life, they'll definitely not opt for that option. So when they've gone, that means they are in a frame of mind that they'll have some duration of association with it. So
Right.
these kinds of questions shouldn't be asked, and the organizations and these people have to come out of this mindset that they've been asking. And again, second instance with me only. I conceived and I was 2 months pregnant, and then I got a call from another institute to join their institute. So I knew I'll not be associated. So I just told them that I'm sorry, this is the reason I cannot just come up for the interview. So I didn't go for the
Yeah.
interview as well. Why waste their time and my time
Right.
altogether when I know there will be no association? So this is something which should be left to women. We have, being a human, we have that ethics in ourselves and value system in ourselves, which probably I should. And also, why don't men, leave the jobs if they don't like, or any other reason? So there are instances with women, but then unfortunately, we've seen women are mostly at the receiving end. I'll not say always, but yeah, they are mostly at the receiving end.
Right, right. Surbhi's posted a question and I'll just read it out for you, Chetna.
Yeah.
Don't you think work from home and flexible work hour practices, policies will help women in the workforce? They may not be required to take the hiatus post childbirth if such policies are there.
Yeah, we would have definitely come to this. Your question came a little earlier. Not every sector can give this, right? Now, this pandemic situation has actually forced every sector to work from home. Whichever would have never thought. But yeah, definitely this work from home and all these kinds of policies will help women. So that's what we will like to talk in further discussions. That stronger HR policies and more empathetic towards the women. Not mind my words, Divya. Not sympathetic, but more showing
Empathetic.
more empathy. That because now the organization talk about thinking more about their workforce, caring about their workforce. So they should be able to include their women in their workforce. So when these interviews and all are planned, interviewers always have a mind. They don't outrightly reject on based on the gender, but then see, women are mostly less preferred when it comes to these roles, because they feel, the healthcare facilities required for women are definitely more. But then that's the supernatural power which has created us this way. So that the company should be. But yes, of course, Surbhi, your point is very, very valid, that if the companies are becoming more empathetic and more caring towards their workforce as a whole, as a holistic approach, it will be a better for career of women.
Yeah. Shantini says, agree with Surbhi, I'm a new mom. I just joined. It's because of COVID.
And
I'm
this is
getting
one
work
point
from
we were
home.
making, Divya.
But I think if COVID were not there, I would have been either to join back or leave. It's become traumatic for us. Like, we tend to get depressed to leave the job. I agree, Shantini. In my case, fortunately, there was this time after postpartum when my baby was born, that I had this work from home for about 6 months. And that's because of the nature by which for the company that I work, and it does make a lot of difference. It makes a hell lot of difference, and because of that I could sustain a breastfeeding journey for my child just because of this benefit. So I agree, I totally agree. If there's work from home option which can be provided to the women workforce after they have delivered a baby, it can make emotional and even physically, it can be a big boon to women.
Yeah, I would like to share my experience too. Unfortunately, I am in a job where work from home, thanks to COVID, that had my child. I mean, if I would have given birth to my child in 2020, my situation would have been similar to you. But then I had to take a maternity break of almost 2 years, which was emotionally very exerting. And yeah, when you rejoin, it is at a lower pay scale. That even I have faced it. But then when I rejoined, it was as a visiting faculty, because I mean, the kid was small, she was only 1.5 years. So, and also given the nuclear family setup which we are in.
Yes.
So that was also there. But yeah,
Yes.
the COVID is one of the, you can say, blessing in disguise if you're getting work from home, to see
Yes.
the positive side of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Tanya is sharing. So I work in a team with only men, and language and jokes are downright misogynistic and embarrassing. I am prude if I call them out on it. How do you think that it might affect my performance in the long run? I think Tanya, it's a very important point, and I think most women